Happy Black Monday, everybody.
Da, 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 da.
Very ominous.
It is.
Bad day to be a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Joe Judge, because apparently you can keep a job despite being terrible.
He's like one of the worst coaches I've ever seen.
He just represents everything I dislike about the Giants franchise.
Yes, in the flesh.
Yeah, exactly. But somehow he's still got a job, yet Brian Flores doesn't. Your guy, Mike Zimmer, officially out
I'm happy
as a Slick Rick.
Yep. And I was at the game yesterday, and like he was like sitting on the bench, just taking it all in.
I saw that, yeah.
And I threw my beer at. No, I'm just kidding.
Threw a beer at him, cussed him out, and told him to let the door hit him on the way out.
Yeah, but I'm happy about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope we get Flores now.
Yeah, that is a very real possibility. But then do you go defensive coach to defensive coach?
I'm fine with that.
You think?
I mean, a good coach will find a good OC and vice versa. So
I do think that is one of the things that the Zimmer truthers don't realize is they always like blame the OC and stuff, but don't head coaches hire OCs?
I mean, they definitely have input. I think
Yeah.
you definitely had input to get Clint Kubiak because he likes his father,
Gary
Kubiak.
Jerrod
Kubiak. So I mean, you can't have nepotism
Yeah,
in a front office.
I get that. So do you think the Vikings are heading to a full rebuild, or do you think it's a reload?
With Spielman gone, yeah, I didn't think Spielman would leave,
I didn't either. I was very surprised by that.
but now that seeing Spielman leaving, like I think it is a pretty full rebuild here.
Interesting. Wonder if Kirk's gone. You got to wonder if Cook is gone.
I wouldn't mind Cook being gone. I mean, he's great, but he gets
Running
hurt all the time.
and running backs, it just never makes sense to pay him, I feel like, unless it is Adrian Peterson
Right.
or Derrick Henry.
But even if that, it's
Sean Alexander.
no. Only Hall of Famers.
Only Hall of Famers only are the only ones who can get paid.
Exactly.
I suppose I can get behind that. But anyways, we digress. If you are a coach listening to this and with your new free time, come on to the podcast anytime.
Mm-hmm.
We're always welcoming. I don't know about you, but yesterday was my best betting day of my entire life.
Really?
I emptied the account. I placed about 5-6 bets, emptied all the way down to 0. I took the Dolphins plus 3.5 versus the Patriots.
Nice.
Day one. I took the Seahawks against the Cardinals, and I parlayed that with the Niners against the Rams.
Okay.
Won both of those. I also was so confident in the Seahawks, I took that one just separately.
Gotcha.
Did those. I did. There was one other noon game. I think I did the Jags Colts.
Oh, yeah. That was a massive spread, too.
Yeah, 14
points.
Loved that.
I think we said we'd take
I should have taken the money line.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you should
hindsight.
have.
Yeah, hindsight 2020.
You would have bet
obviously.
the same way again if you had a chance.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Did that one. I did the Raiders money line, which that one ended up being the most questionable one. But I was towards the end of that game, I wasn't even cheering for the Raiders to win. I was just cheering for chaos. It was so
weird.
It was the most ratchet game I've ever watched in my life.
You need a shower after that game.
A little bit, yeah. It felt dirty. And then I also took the Golden State Warriors spread because of the Klay Thompson return. I just knew they would be playing with gas.
That was a good bet. I should have known that one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Everyone was just like fired up and ready to go. They're ready to play their A game.
So it was his first game in like what, 2 years, 3 years?
I think like 973 days, they said, since June 2019.
Almost 3 years.
June 2019, yeah.
Ooh.
Insane. I'm so happy he's back. I think the whole league was.
Mm-hmm. Squidward's house is back.
He is Squidward's house. I always forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
He has so many great moments. What's your favorite Klay Thompson moment? I think mine is either when he signed to the Toaster.
When he made that one 3-pointer.
You have to be a little more specific than that.
Did he get like 36 points in one quarter or something crazy?
He did.
Those highlights are insane.
Yeah, and then he scored, I think, 62 with 11 dribbles.
Okay.
I think it was 62. I could be completely wrong.
That is insane.
Yeah, he did that. I think one of my other favorites is the All-Star picture with like him, Durant, and Draymond, and he's just like standing there with his arms down, like off to the side, just looking really awkward.
That was a good one.
And also another one is when his diary got released. That one felt a little weird.
I didn't even know that happened.
It happened, and a lot of people read it because an ex-girlfriend like posted his diary, and it was like very like intimate stuff. So I probably shouldn't have read it, but like I did it a few years ago.
Yeah, that's why I don't keep a diary, because my ex-girlfriends.
They're always looking for ammo.
Yeah. So that's why my diary's in my head.
That's maybe not healthy. I guess your mom's a therapist. You would know best.
She's cool. Yeah, she's cool.
She's cool. She's cool with it.
She's cool. She told me to do that.
That's good.
Don't write it down, Jared. Just keep them in your head.
Just keep it in your head.
Keep it to yourself.
Let it stew.
Yes.
Never verbalize it.
Right.
just let it build up, and especially let your imagination run away with your biggest fears. That's what I've always heard is good.
And that's where, I mean, I'm a great human being, so it's working out great. So
yeah, is that what you're actually like thinking these days?
Yep.
That you're a good human being.
I'm a very good human being.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, went from $0 all the way up now to $71.
Okay.
Stoked about it.
So you putting all your money on Alabama tonight?
I think so.
Really?
I honestly think so. The line right now, they're playing Georgia. It's a national championship. For a little backstory for those who might not know.
Yeah.
It is. The line is 2.5. Georgia is favored. Over under is 52.5. Money line is plus 120. I think I might just go Alabama money line.
I was just about to say the same exact thing.
Yeah, I mean, I get that Georgia is so good, and they are. Their defense is really fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
They're fast. They're high flying. They hit people. But I just don't feel good about ever betting against Nick Saban.
Underdog.
In an underdog setting.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like his team is just better. They're always more prepared. They never let the outside noise get to them. Right. That's what's so impressive about his teams. They're never buying into like whatever media narratives are told about them. They always just go, and I think they pretty much play their best game every weekend.
Right. And then like early in the season when they're winning by like 50 against Georgia Southern, Saban's still yelling at players.
Yeah, exactly.
Always keep them hungry, good to go. So I like Alabama also. I mean, when Alabama's an underdog, you got to bet them. Otherwise, you're going to regret it.
Exactly, because I could bet Georgia and like follow what everyone else is doing, but in my heart the whole time, when Alabama wins, I would just know.
Mm-hmm.
I knew this. I bought into the hype.
Right.
I never want to buy into the hype. I always want to be my own independent thinker.
You want to buy your own hype.
Yeah, exactly. You want to get high on your own supply. Something like that. So we're both taking Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Money line even.
Mm-hmm. It's a little weird this game's getting played in Indianapolis. It doesn't feel right to me.
Indianapolis, it's just so hard to sell that to me as like a big game atmosphere.
I just think of the
I've never been, so maybe I need to go to Indianapolis and experience, because everyone always tweets, like all the sports writers tweet like, oh, Indianapolis, such a great place to host a big game.
They have so much Diet Coke there for sports writers.
They really do. And apparently there's a few steakhouses that like where all like the sports writers meet up, because apparently that's where all the coaches will meet up for combine, and they get trashed there.
Right. Every time I think of Indianapolis, I think of the combine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same. I always just think of Rich Eisen running the 40 or something like that. I never think of a big game, but they've had a Super Bowl now.
Yes.
They've had, I think this is the second time they've had college football playoffs or like a championship or something like that. They've had March Madness.
Yep. Madness makes sense.
Yeah.
Big Ten championship every year.
Yeah, they do. And maybe I'm just biased, but I still feel like Minneapolis should get another shot. They did a good job hosting the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. The Patriots-Eagles won. And if Indianapolis keeps getting a shot.
Yeah, I agree.
I got to imagine Minneapolis will. But it's also a lot harder to sell people on negative degree temperatures. Yes. I don't think Indianapolis gets quite that cold.
Oh, fun facts about me.
I would love to hear it.
I took the Skyway for the first time in Minneapolis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
I liked it a lot.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's once you like learn your way around, it's just learn that it's a grid.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
Yeah, so we entered the stadium through the Skyway.
I didn't know you could enter the stadium through the Skyway.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, and they got security there and everything. You don't have to go outside at all.
Oh, wow. So so what was your like pregame festivities for this game? Did you get it in Sunday? You got it on Saturday afternoon, right?
Yeah. And we left like at 10:30 on Sunday. Got there about 11:45. Club seats.
Let's go. I saw you had really nice seats.
Yeah, they were padded seats.
There you go. You could sit down the whole time, stay cozy.
Mm-hmm. Even though I stood for most of the time.
Did you do the skull chant?
I did once.
Yeah, I did once. Got the first one?
Yeah.
The first one's hard to resist. Once they have like the augmented reality snow going and
it's asbestos, but yeah.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
It'd be illegal.
It would be. Like it's for the aesthetic though. Everyone's just getting sick.
Oh, my throat's getting scratchy.
Yeah, very dangerous in today's day and age.
Well, they build it with cheap materials, so that's
yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, after that first one, because they got like the drums pounding, they have like the little movie they put on beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Gets you hyped.
I will say the Prince cheerleader entrance, that gets me more excited than the actual Vikings entrance. Well, it's because that's my favorite Prince song. They do it to Let's Go Crazy, and that's my favorite Prince song.
Oh, okay, I got you.
No, I'm not just ready to ogle cheerleaders.
You're gonna put a hole through the table.
Okay, relax. Relax. There's cheerleaders on TV. I've seen them before. It's not like I'm going to the game. I'm not those guys. Like, there's always those sports fans where the cheerleaders come out. They're literally just like whistling at them and
Yeah, hubba.
yeah, like seriously, like how sheltered or just how little do you get out of the house that you just get super excited about cheerleaders? And I know I'm not like the most like
you get all horned up for just cheerleaders.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've sat, especially like at college games I've been to or like pro games I've been to, like I've heard people, especially when I worked at the state park I used to work at, they always just talk about like, oh, I only go to the game for the cheerleaders. It's just, it's such a weird dynamic that I don't understand at all.
It's typically a boomer, an older boomer.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a creepy old guy.
It's like, don't you just know you can go on Instagram one time and I promise you'll be so desensitized to cheerleaders.
Yeah, I got a few websites to show you. But.
Yeah. Yeah, literally just like whistling and hooting and hollering once the cheerleaders come out. Just never something I undered, even as a child.
It's just one of those old boomer things.
I think so too. That and hating your wife.
Oh yeah, hating your wife's a big one too.
Having your entire personality just based off of getting away from your wife or your reality in some way, shape, or form.
It's like the what show, like Everybody Loves Raymond type of shows.
Yeah, or the Tim Allen one that he's doing now. Just appealing to that. George Lopez a little bit like that.
Jim Belushi was like, according to Jim or something.
Yeah, everybody hates Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond. Everybody hates Chris.
Right. Yeah. And then that's So Raven.
That's So Raven.
Yeah. I forgot about those.
Sitcoms suck at naming their shows.
What would you name yours?
What would I name my sitcom? Give me a plot.
You get in a car crash and the judge sentence you not to prison, but to be his butler. This is an old Seinfeld plot.
Okay. So I get in a car crash and
the judge sentences.
Okay, got it. Justice is served.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
That's good. That's good. Justice is served weeknights at 8.
Yeah, exactly. On the CW.
On CW, yeah.
Be a bad one. This is a message to all the football fans out there in the world.
I'm listening.
He's listening. All right. I'm sure you loved an action-packed, high-scoring NFL game.
I know I do.
There was plenty of those this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
By the bucket load. But here's the beauty. With this latest no-brainer from DraftKings, which is an official sports betting partner of the NFL and the Goose Egg Gambling Podcast,
whoop, whoop.
All you need is a single point. You don't need multiple touchdowns. You don't need a ton of safeties. You don't need a plethora of field goals. You need one single point.
Yes.
New customers who bet just $1 on any team to score can win $100 in free bets. It's that simple. Do you know what I could do with $100 in free bets?
A lot. You could buy a lot of, what do you like to eat? PB&Js.
You could, but not if they're $100 in free bets. But I digress. If a sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you could still get in on the NFL action and play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports Contest. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Interested?
Yes.
Sounds right. Here's all you got to do. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code YouBetcha. Bet $1 on any team to score and win $100 in free bets. If they score, you score with promo code YouBetcha. That's YOUBETCHA. This week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 years or older. New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit, $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. We got a little off track there, but we're both taking Alabama, I think.
Yes.
You had a good time in the Vikings game. The regular season's officially over. Got any closing thoughts on the regular season before we shut this podcast down and get on our way?
It was a good season.
It was a really good season. It's kind of funny. I think the first and last games were the best games of the year.
That is true. I didn't think of that.
I thought
there's
so.
Gotta be a couple in there, but yeah.
I couldn't think of a game that was more fun than last night. Also, my take that I had on Thursday about the Chargers, I feel very confident about that. They're just going to be that team that's always super close. But they're always letting their quarterback down because Justin Herbert was getting, I know you said you didn't watch the full game, but Justin Herbert was getting clobbered last night. Every single play, he was picking himself off the ground. He had the real grass like stuck in his face mask because they wheel the grass in. I learned that on the broadcast. Mm-hmm. They do the Arizona Cardinals thing.
Yep.
So
You're like, that's such a fun fact.
it is. I was like, I can't wait to share that with Jerrod tomorrow.
Do you like grass, or are you anti-grass or pro-grass?
I'm pro grass,
Okay.
but only if it has the roof over it, because then teams can play the way that God intended, which is without weather involved.
Wouldn't it be the opposite, the way God intended, with like no roof?
God gave us hammers and tools to build roofs. God. I like to think that God cares about bettors getting.
God gave us hammers.
Yeah, I think God cared about bettors getting like the best bang for their buck and
Gotcha.
making a bet knowing what's going on. That's why God doesn't fuck with COVID.
That's true. That's true.
That's not of his creation.
Yeah. I think God would intend it for wide open, no roofs.
You
no
think?
nothing. Yeah.
So you think God's favorite stadium is like Lambeau?
Probably.
Damn.
Because they get fucking lucky every game.
His presence is very much there. He speaks through the refs a good amount of time.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers looks like Jesus.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers is Jesus.
That'd be a plot twist.
This is completely just uncalled for on my part, but I just saw a TikTok this weekend and I just wanted to share it with you. I saw a TikTok that there was rumors going around a few years ago that Aaron Rodgers and Nick Jonas were dating.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard rumors that he is gay.
And they say like that's why he had the falling out with his super religious family. Stuff like that. That's why, because he broke up with Olivia Munn and said he made some changes to his life and started just doing things for him.
Yeah, and he had another bad breakup too.
Yeah, or before that, Danica Patrick. Or
Yeah.
Olivia Munn, then Danica Patrick.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's interesting. I do think there probably are a lot more like closeted or like down low NFL players than we realize.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I don't want to like name names just because that's assuming. And I'm only saying that because I saw that TikTok. I do not have any information on it myself, but
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting
Mhm.
because there's no way that not Max Crosby, Carl Nassib is the only
Yep.
gay player in the league.
Do you think another gay player comes out this year? Like in the offseason?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I do think Carl Nassib probably like paved the way
Yeah. He's kind of like a Michael Sam.
a little bit. There's another. Sorry, I'm boring you with this conversation
No,
about changing the dynamic of the world. But
It's all good.
yeah, but it'll be interesting to see. That's just another storyline though of the Raiders season. Like holy shit,
And it was like the most tame thing.
It really was. Yeah, that was
which is great. But
yeah, exactly. Before we head off here, every single wildcard weekend, there's a big upset. We obviously have the week. We'll do another podcast later this week talking about the wildcard games in depth. We'll do the Sir Yacht show. We'll talk about the games in depth. But right now, I need your prediction for what's the big wildcard upset this weekend.
That's a good one.
There's always one.
You're going for the Chiefs, right?
I'm taking Steelers over the Chiefs just because it's always the game you lead. It's always every single year. It's the game that everyone's just written off. Oh, that team's gonna win.
Right.
It happens every single year. Vikings Saints. Everyone's like, oh, the Saints are just gonna clobber the Vikings. Vikings win. Last year,
Yeah.
Steelers Browns. Oh, the Browns are missing their coach. The Steelers are gonna clobber them.
Boom.
Browns win. It happens every year.
And the Browns kicked the shit out of them too.
Yeah, and the Vikings kind of beat the Saints pretty bad too.
Yeah. Well,
It's our first super wild card weekend. I forgot about that. We have a Monday night game.
we had Super Wild Card last year too,
Was it?
but there wasn't a Monday game.
That's true. So it could be the Raiders versus the Bengals. That doesn't seem like that big of an upset.
Bengals are gonna win.
Patriots Bills. I looked at for a little bit. I would not be shocked if it's that one.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles Bucks. I do not think that'll happen. I think it'll be a close game, but
Eagles look bad on Saturday.
they can run the ball really well. But
I know Minshew.
I honestly think the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl again. They got them getting the 2 seeds big
Mm-hmm.
because they'll get the Eagles, then they would get the winner of the Niners and Cowboys, I believe. Depending on seeding, the Packers get the worst
lowest
seed.
Yeah,
Yep, the Packers.
Yep. Fuck it. I'm gonna say Niners.
I could see that too. I think the Niners are a really dangerous team right
They're
now.
very good.
They're really good. They
Yes.
probably had no business being the number 6 seed. They could have won the division if they had gotten their ducks in a row earlier
Mm-hmm.
in the season.
They're poo and a grew.
They're poo and a crew. Cardinals Rams. That game's gonna be really fun to watch. It might just be both teams shooting themselves in the foot so many times.
I'm taking it over right now
On Cardinals Rams, yeah, I would agree.
without even looking at it.
I would agree completely. So you're thinking Niners over the Cowboys?
Yeah, I like that one.
I do too. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to do my deep dives of analytics throughout the week. I'll give a more official answer on Thursday. But
Also, Titans. Holy shit, are they sitting good right now?
yeah, they're
the
in a
one
great spot.
And you got Henry coming back.
Derrick Henry will come back. They'll get all their guys healthy, and then they'll take on like the Raiders or the Bengals or the Patriots.
Yeah, so they're sitting really pretty right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Might get one half of my prediction right.
I'm very happy the Saints didn't make it. I was cheering very hard against them yesterday because I did not want to give you a paycheck.
Well, I mean, if the Titans Viking and win it, you owe me $500. So
is that how that works?
I just decided.
You decided that?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. Well, my Super Bowl prediction is very. I said, what did I say? I said Rams Chiefs at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
That's very real. Do I get anything for that?
No, because you're going to pick the Steelers this weekend.
That's true. I'm going against my pick right now. I forgot. I got big money on the line if the Rams win the Super Bowl. I gotta dive into the Ramily.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta start wearing shirts to work. Rams clothes.
Get your Cooper Cup jersey.
Yeah, something like. Actually, I have a Robert Woods.
Okay, one more second. Last thing.
Yeah, we got it.
What do you think of like getting jerseys as you get older?
Oh, I have a big rule against this. It's the same rule that Rich Eisen actually has. You're not allowed to get a jersey of a player younger than you.
Yes.
You can always get a jersey of a guy older than you because, like, oh, you look up to him. But he's got to probably be like 5-10 years older than you.
Yes.
Something like that. Like, you can't, like, I couldn't get just like an Adam Thielen.
You could. It'd be a little weird, but you could.
Yeah, but you can't, like, some guy who's 50 cannot be wearing a Kirk Cousins or a Justin Jefferson, especially where he's like old enough to be your son. That is disgusting. Were there a lot of them at the Vikings game? Is that what made you think of that?
I thought of it before, but I was just like, it just doesn't feel right to me.
I used to buy jerseys a ton. I haven't bought one in forever, but I always would get like legendary players or like retro throwbacks.
It'll never get old either.
Yeah, exactly. I think those are cool. The only jersey I really want that I don't have right now is I want to get a Steph Curry at some point.
Oof. I don't know about that.
What's wrong with that?
He's like 3 years older than you.
No, he's not. Steph Curry's like 33.
Bro, you don't want to get a Thielen jersey, but you get a Steph Curry jersey? They're like the same age.
Steph Curry changed the game.
So? Thielen changed.
Adam Thielen has not changed the game. Adam Thielen's just changed how we talk about dentist equipment. Steph Curry age, he's literally 33. Thielen is like 29, isn't he?
No, Thielen's in his 30s.
He's 31. Okay, so maybe Thielen was a bad example. And Thielen's a good story. I guess you could throw that aspect in, but
lunch pill guy.
I wouldn't be caught dead. Thielen's only a year younger than Julio Jones. That's kind of interesting.
Well, that is really weird.
Yeah. But I would not be caught dead in a Justin Jefferson jersey. Man is 22 years old.
Great player. But
Great player. And I think he's phenomenal, but it's such a bad look to wear a jersey of like a younger guy than you like, hey, look, I'm you. Like, I look up to you. Look. It's just so fucking corny to me. I don't know what it is.
Weird. I agree. You can't really explain it. It's just weird.
Yeah. And then, the fact that there's like 50-year-old balding giant fatzos who have jerseys of guys they have nothing in common with.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Get like an Odell jersey or something.
Oh my God.
What? Doesn't make
I think the move is if you get to be like 50, either have like the Joe Namath or the old jersey or the customized jersey. I think the customized jersey is
that's fine.
A fine one.
I'm cool with that.
But you can't do anyone younger than you.
Yes.
And it has to be someone significant. I think I'm more for buying like one jersey that's really nice that you can wear for multiple events rather than getting like a new one every year or something like that. And for kids, obviously it's fine, but just
kids
as an adult, if you're looking for a triple XL wide receiver jersey, you're probably doing the wrong thing.
Well, they don't make lineman jerseys, so I have to get the receiver jersey.
I think they do. I think you just have to specially get them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So very anti young person jersey on this podcast.
Yeah, same. I'm glad we're on the same boat.
Yeah. I'm actually shocked we haven't talked about that on this podcast before because that's a pretty strong opinion I hold. So, that's it for me. Enjoy the college football national championship tonight. Roll Tide.
Rammer Jammer. All that jazz.
I'm going to let Jerrod go take a nap now.
I'm very tired. I got back from Minneapolis this morning.
Oh, really? I've done that trip multiple times. It sucks.
It's bad. And I slept like shit last night.
Yeah, it's a rough one. You are like falling asleep like on the road a little bit. It's bad.
It's really bad.
And then aren't you going back this afternoon if all things were I guess probably not anymore.
I don't know. We might go to Brainerd, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Near Brainerd. We'll see.
Figure it out. All right. Well, enjoy the game tonight, everyone. We'll be back on Thursday with a full episode for the Super Wild Card Weekend preview.
Whoop, whoop.
The money is starting to roll in. Let's keep it rolling. See ya.